When your kids are young, your job is to protect them. As they get older, your job is to guide them. But you're the one. Don't trust the people at Nickelodeon. Don't trust the people at Disney to do it for you. It's different now than it was in the past. God put you in charge. What a blessing. What a joy. What a responsibility. What an opportunity to be a steward. Do not let people who hate you tell you how you should be parenting your kids. Do not let people who hate your values tell you how you should parent your kids. Do not let these people who hate you convince you that they should be the ones implanting what they want in your kids' hearts and minds. You're in charge, not them. By now you've seen the video of the president of content at Disney talking about her 2 queer children. What? One is trans, one is pansexual. What? And it's like, listen, you do whatever you want, crazy lady. I'm not gonna let you anywhere near my kids. I'm not gonna let you or anything you create near my kids. You're not in charge of raising my kids. I was gonna say always question what the world is feeding you. No, don't question it. Reject it, outright. Anything the world is feeding you, literally anything they're producing and presenting to you, it's garbage. And I mean that like literally food at the grocery store is garbage, and garbage over the radio, what they're listening to, music, content on TV, and the internet certainly. Reject it all. Reject it outright. You know what Reagan used to say, like, trust but verify. No. Those days are done. Now you don't even trust. And just ignore it entirely. Pretend it doesn't even exist. Allow nothing as the default. Assume it's toxic poison. It almost surely is. And then you actively curate your family inputs from there. And I hear the argument, it's like, oh, but how will they know the real world? Or they're going to see it anyway, Slater. Yeah, okay, fine. The introduction of the real world to your children or your children to the real world is done with you being the leader. You are the source of wisdom and authority. I'm not saying you shield your kids from anything sexual until they're 18, by no means. My point is, you're the one explaining all of these things to your kids, not Disney, not Nickelodeon, not some kid on the back of the bus, not some queer trans diversity expert at school. You're the one doing it. So I'm not saying shield your kids from it forever. Actually, I think you should bring up the sex talk like really, really young. And it should be often, it should be frequent, it should be a normal conversation that's often had. But you're doing it is the key. Have conversations early and often, and you do it because you're the authority. Your kids need to turn to you. I was talking to someone on my podcast, and he has a 12-year-old son. I took him on a camping trip. It was a rite of passage trip, him and his son. And the dad laid out all the swear words, went over all the swear words. I think he was 12, maybe he was young, I don't know. And he said, listen, son, if you ever hear a word that I've never heard before that's not on this list, come tell it to me, I'll give you $10. I've heard them all. I'm the dad, I'm the adult. I've heard all the swear words. And also, here's why we don't say them. Here's why we in this family, we don't say these swear words. Here they are, but we don't say them because you're not honoring God. James 3:9, with the tongue we praise our Lord and Father, and with it we curse human beings who have been made in God's likeness. Out of the same mouth come praise and cursing. Right? Same thing with sex talks. Right? The culture told you that sex talk's got to be super awkward. Ooh. No, don't listen to the world telling you, fathers, that you should feel awkward because they're convincing you not to have the sex talk so that they can. It's not awkward. If you don't have it, if you don't have that talk, people who hate you will. Step up. We got to go. I am grateful for these times. I really am. I am a happy warrior when it comes to this stuff. I love it. There's 3 options that we can be living in, right? You can live in a culture that's in a total alignment with you and with the truth, and that's great. That doesn't exist, okay? Second option is you have a culture that's in direct opposition to you, but they're subtle about it, and they're sneaky. And you don't even realize how crazy the messages are that your kids are being fed, so you don't do anything about it because you don't even know. And the third option is the culture is so blatantly evil that you can't miss it. And it snaps you out of your malaise and your ignorance. And then you take the reins yourself. We're in that third section, and I prefer it over the second one of ignorance. What a wake-up call this last year has been. What a wake-up call. Take it. Don't press the snooze button. Lead your family. Men, lead your children. You are in charge. I'm so excited we can do it together. Hey, thanks for watching that clip. That was just one nugget of wisdom. We have an hour's worth of this wisdom, and I've had to go back and watch it a few times to collect them all. You can watch the whole thing by downloading the First TV app and becoming a supporter.